Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. Just a quick one with regards to Sarwar. He's made a statement, and it's a weird thing to say because it either means he's lying or he hasn't got a clue what's going on. It's one of those 50-50s, takes your choice, because he's refused to blame Westminster for his party's fall in support. Obviously, the policies and the personnel, I suppose, of the Labour Party in Westminster are singularly awful. I mean, terrible. Terrible people pushing terrible policies. And of course, this is alienating everyone away from the Labour Party, even Labour supporters. Their support is falling and falling fast. But that's the Labour Party in Westminster. Of course, it's rubbing off. You know, he's getting the same thing, tarred with the same brush. And yet he is saying, oh, no, it's not the fault of Westminster. I'm not blaming the Westminster lot. Here's the thing. By saying that, he's probably showing loyalty to Westminster. But of course, Labour in Scotland are also becoming less popular. So if the fault doesn't lie at Westminster, then the fault must lie with the personnel and policies of Scottish Labour. So that's him. He's blaming himself and he's blaming his own party for the problems in Scotland. Scottish Labour's the reason that Scottish Labour isn't very popular in Scotland. Is that what he's saying? Because if that's what he's saying, he makes himself very stupid. Or if he believes it genuinely, that's another thing. He's incredibly stupid. Or, of course, he's just lying. It's very weird. But he says that he's going to do a relaunch next year in time for the Holyrood election, where he'll present Scottish Labour's policies and you will see them for what they are, and they will be standing alone and apart from the Labour Party in Westminster. Well, if they're radically different, you can hardly call yourself Labour, could you? You're going to come up to major problems with regards to maintaining any kind of relationship if you're doing things that are completely at odds with the Labour Party in Westminster. It's going to leave a bit of a sour taste down south. That's assuming, of course, that Keir Starmer's still there, which I probably won't be, but that's another thing. But recent figures have showed that Scottish Labour would just return 20 MSPs at the next Holyrood election. Now, that's a long way down from what they were looking at even 6 weeks ago. 6 weeks ago, they were looking at maybe 40 MSPs. So they've halved. And only 21% of Scots saying that they would vote for Labour as their first choice in the Holyrood election. This was a very powerful, big party. And already threatened in Scotland by Reform. And Reform have barely scratched the surface in terms of presence or campaigning. I think Sarwar needs to really take a look at his party because he's in deep, deep trouble. A lot more trouble, I think, than he realises. That 21%, that's down 9% in, well, when was the last poll for Norsat? 10 weeks ago? So he's losing basically 1% of support every week. A party can't exist like that. It cannot go on like that. I mean, it's great. It's great. The more Labour support falls, the better, really. But for him to sit there and not blame others means he must be blaming himself. Genius. So what is it, Sarwar? Is it Westminster's fault or is it yours? Got to have one or the other, can't you? Thanks a lot. Bye.